Anoka County is tracking the number of people who are homeless.
Each year, the Department of Housing and Urban Development requires a count from communities across the country. This week, volunteers took to the streets to gather information during a 24-hour time period. CTN's Stephanie Ring tagged along and has this report.
We're not really sure if we're going to run into any people.
About a dozen volunteers set off on foot Wednesday to try and track a problem that has become more prevalent in recent years.
We're reaching out to the unsheltered homeless population that we can find during the daytime.
From Columbia Heights and Fridley to Anoka and Coon Rapids, volunteers combed area bus stations, 24-hour stores, and specific wooded areas looking for signs of homelessness.
The pattern that we've seen, the outdoor living areas have been near stores, so a 24-hour store, someplace to stay warm during the day. There might be an outhouse or porta potty nearby.
But homelessness doesn't have to be just living outside. It includes people living in their cars, emergency shelters, transitional housing, or those couch hopping staying with friends. Anyone that does not have permanent housing is counted in the county's numbers, and it's all for good reason.
And it's important for us to know that they're out there so that we can get funding to provide the services they need.
So someone's been here since it snowed because there's footprints right here.
Upon approaching a wooded area in Coon Rapids, volunteers made a surprising discovery.
Excuse me, my name's Carrie. I don't want to scare you. I'm coming up on you. I don't want to scare you.
Under this tarp was a person living outdoors, a surprising find for the volunteers on a cold January day.
I'm guessing it's adult male, so I'm just trying to find some better gloves.
Carrie Schaff works as the Homeless Youth and Families Liaison with the Anoka-Hennepin School District. She keeps supplies on hand for those in need.
I can't feel right now. I just have to think about what does the person need, and I want to respect their space and their privacy, and I don't want to force anything on them, so if they come out, otherwise I'll just leave this.
Schaff attempts to make contact again, but the individual does not come out from under the tarp. She leaves the materials and her contact information along with other community resources in hopes the person will reach out for help.
If you need anything, make sure you connect with me and I can see what else I can do to support any needs that you have, okay?
The two leave with heavy hearts, adding yet another person to their homeless list. Experts say homelessness is a complicated problem. The economic downturn has played a role, but often there are unmet mental health needs that get in the way of a person living a stable life. The volunteers say it's been an eye-opening experience, one they hope makes a difference in their reporting and in the ultimate goal of eliminating homelessness once and for all.
To not have a place to live and a place to call your home is not okay.
We all learned a lot of lessons today.
Now, volunteers used a specific survey to get information from those experiencing homelessness. All of that information will be compiled and a final report will be out in the coming weeks. As for the homeless individual we encountered in our story, I learned late this week that he did get into emergency housing. He was grateful for the items that were left for him and ultimately the connection that was made with him that day. Stephen Karen, he's a white male in his 50s. He'll be working with Anoka County social workers to try to get his life back on track.
Yeah, good story here. Unfortunately, there's so many more like him that are out there.
Yeah, it was really compelling to see. I think everyone was surprised.
Very eye-opening.
Thanks, Steph.